is the story of our homes and our city.
Long before modern became so now, there was already Ed Calama. We followed his works even in the early part of his career, when I was still in my old show F. And this house in Quezon City was one of the first homes we visited in UZ. The College of St. Benilde's in Manila is one of his recent iconic works.
What's it like working for yourself, designing for yourself?
It takes a long time for me to decide on things, you know. I keep on changing my mind until the last minute where you need to build it already, you know. So I need to decide it then. Once a month I was developing concepts, and then I finally decided on a form that's more economical to build, because some of the previous designs, it was way over my budget. So I decided on a simple house that had very special moves, and I wanted to spend on the material to make the house, you know, comfortable for my kids and my wife.
This is the first time Ed is showing his house. You could say it's his most important work, and he took inspiration from the simplest object, a box.
It's like a bento box. You know?
Tell me about the lot and the shape and the size.
Well, the lot is 388 square meters. You know, it's like a fan-shaped lot. So it's very difficult to design. Also, it took me about 2 years to design it, experimenting on form. I started from a small footprint. I had to be really efficient about space. So I ended up having a 200 square meter footprint, and then I went vertical. And I needed a lot of room, no? So having that limitation, I had to think of a way how to kind of maximize that volume. I subdivided it into 3 floors and then shifted the floors. So some of the more important floors, like the living room and the family room, will have a higher ceiling, and then it would overlook into the other spaces below it. And making the walls glass created this, you know, space within spaces.
The 3rd floor, there's a bridge.
Yeah, it's a bridge that connects from the stair to the studio. I didn't want to make it like a passageway, but it's also another space where you overlook the family room. That bridge kind of a small gallery space.
From the outside, the house is completely visible. You don't have a perimeter wall or fence or...
Yeah, because, you know, since it's a small property, if I even put a wall, it would kind of restrict my garden, and it would make the house smaller. But I enjoy having this connection with the road. You know, you sense the neighborhood.
So Ed, this little area here is where we entered, and you have a little window.
Yeah, it's like a threshold between the outside and the living room. So it's like an in-between space. So I defined it by granite strips. You know, and it kind of connects all the way to these vertical elements.
This is actually the front door.
It's a log that I got from my dad's factory. It's a mulave burl. You know, so I sliced it. So you can use it as a pull or push thing.
Tell us about how you divided the space or not divide the space.
Yeah. Well, this is like an open plan. You know? So you have an open kitchen, dining, living, and the kitchen bar area. It's kind of integrated with the architecture. So
your kitchen, why did you make it like a show kitchen?
Since it's going to be an open kitchen, you know, I didn't want to reveal all of the pots and pans and the plates. You know, I still wanted it to be part of the architecture, so it's very understated.
Your previous work that I've seen, a lot of it was monochromatic. This is the most diverse I've seen in terms of using different materials and textures.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Well, it's my house, so I wanted to experiment, and I wanted to use a lot of materials. It's the only house I've done that has more than 3 colors in it. So it's a bit challenging to balance all those colors. I use teak, bamboo,
Where's the
colored
bamboo?
cement. This is a bamboo ceiling which wraps from the second floor. No? So I define the floor as an element floating.
So on the second floor, it's also a bamboo floor.
It's also bamboo, yeah.
Oh wow! All right. And then this is teak.
It's everywhere since I defined the structural elements of the house from the non-structural by articulating it with teak. Black pigmented cement is a way of defining the volumes. So since it's I call it the slice house. Right, this house, the main mass of the house, I made it black, which is the dominant space.
One thing that really stood out to me was your floors.
I got this silver travertine slabs. I had it butt jointed so that it looks monolithic. The strong striped texture of the stone kind of goes with the kind of the linearity of the house.
You just moved in 3 months ago, right?
Yeah.
Are all the furniture new, or is this...
Yeah, most of the stuff in the living room and dining room are new, except for a few pieces. The Transat chair by Adding Gray, I had it maybe 15, 20 years ago. I bought it in New York. It's an original.
And I noticed that you have a lot of beautiful artwork, but you also have a lot of blank walls. Do you plan to put more artwork there? Or?
Yeah, the house is still unfinished. It's like a vessel of ideas. So most of the stuff you see here are ideas from designers, artists. I guess that's what a house to me is. It's like a collection of all these ideas that's been part of me, and I just wanted to show it all in one space.
Okay.
Ed has also prepared his house for a future in green living. We'll show you what he's done here when UZ returns.
An outdoor shower. It's outdoor.
Oh, it is? Literally. Urbanistas, we love hearing your stories of how you designed your dream space. Send us an email